I'm deleting that part.
Please do. Please do. Matter of fact, do the listeners a favor. Just delete the whole podcast.
Do yourself a favor and okay.
There's a moment in the last episode where you were showing me how to like move files around. I almost moved it to the trash instead. I was like, no.
Oops.
I don't know how to computer when it comes to an Apple.
But do you know how to Apple when it comes to computer?
Absolutely.
Hello, welcome to the show that I don't have an opening. Welcome to There Is a Show.
You haven't had that much to drink.
No, I haven't. Because we're starting again on a new episode. It's a new day, but every day is a good day to drink,
It doesn't matter.
right?
You still haven't had enough to drink.
No, this is true.
Well,
Hi, welcome to the show. What do we call this?
I don't know. Honestly, I think you need more drinks. Go.
There's a better podcast.
Another podcast.
And to my right, I'm Mike. And to my right, we have...
To your
Wait,
right,
to your right,
You're Mike. Where are you to the left?
To the right of my mic.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Tony Chanel number 2.
No, don't you dare. Don't you steal
I
his name.
said 2.
Welcome to the show, Tony. And to my
Fine.
left, we have Coco Chanel
Number 5.
4. No, number 4. He got demoted.
Oh, that's right. He got demoted last episode. That son of a bitch.
I don't even remember what
Wait,
you
I'm
did.
just Coco. Do I get ghosty at all?
No, you're Coco Chanel Ghosty number 4, not 5.
Junior.
Because Junior, first of his name.
Anybody that knows me, I don't give a shit. You can demote me all you want.
I don't even remember what you did, but I'm like, that's it. You're number 4 now.
Can we defile you all we want?
Whoa.
That's really where that's how I know you're a friend.
Well, welcome to the show. This our
How many
podcast.
rooms? How many times have we shared a room?
Oh my god! Not this one again. Was it while you were golfing?
Yes.
And sometimes not.
And that's why club, head, and balls were in use.
Here we go.
Welcome
to the show, our podcast where we try to distract you one episode at a time from all the craziness in the world with the random craziness that we talk about. See? That was good.
Was that random and crazy enough for you?
Yes.
I don't think I've ever used that one before. That's a new sound.
Please feel free to follow us on Twitter at There's a Better One, on the gram at There's a Better Podcast, and email us at there'sabetterpodcast.com at gmail.com.
At gmail. Well, we're working on that.
Well, this has been Memorial Day weekend, so we're a little bit. Some of us got into a little booze for the last couple of days, and we're kind of feeling it. So this week we're going into, wait, you guessed it, ripped from the headlines.
Oh,
It's got the leadoff spot, followed up by what's trending on Twitter. Closing it out with Mike's movie reviews and what the heck? Oh, our referrals to There's a Better
other
Podcast.
podcasts, yes,
That are all
there
better than
are
ours.
better podcasts.
Another insightful analysis from Ghosty. From the headlines this week.
Thank you, Ghosty.
It's actually not from this week. It's from a couple weeks ago, but I thought it was funny, so I decided to bring it up again. Maine police chief fakes police report to get out of public meeting.
What?
Literally got caught doing it and just made up a story, made up a police report saying that they were involved in something just to get out of public comment and everything else and not having to go to the meeting.
Where was this?
Maine.
Is this another one of those meetings that it could have been
Is there
solved
really?
by an email?
Is there really enough happening in Maine that you've got to like?
Well, it's
Yeah,
not.
I would actually probably be thrilled to be in a meeting like that. I guess.
But if you think about it, though, I mean, they are the main police. They're not the secondary police.
You're the one with the buttons over there. Give me a wah wah.
How about this?
You're an idiot.
that
Close
works.
enough. All right.
This I don't know if it's really
You
news,
are one pathetic
but it's
loser.
That
our
one definitely works.
Okay.
it's our show, so we get to talk about what we wanted to. I know we talked about Knives Out a couple of times, the original on the show.
Yes.
But the casting for the second one coming
yes,
out is
they have
nothing short of
started to-
amazing.
I know.
Kate Hudson,
It's an all-star cast.
David Bautista,
Yes.
Edward
Edward
Norton, Janelle Monáe, Catherine Hahn.
Can you read? Do we need to get Grammarly back on this again?
Every episode, Grammarly.
Every episode.
We are not going to stop. Somehow, Radio Shack is going to beat you to sponsoring us before you actually get to us. Somehow we're going to get Radio Shack. And obviously, Daniel Craig, he's the main inspector in it. If you haven't seen the first one, it's really, really good. It's one of my, I don't want to say top 10, but it's up there.
All right, recap because I have no idea what you're talking about.
I can't even, the movie Knives Out?
I don't know anything
It's
about
a thriller of like a whodunit between
It's
the first
almost
one.
like Clue, but not as comedically driven.
Yeah, and it's more of a it's well done. So basically, what happened is reason why I can't.
I've never seen the movie. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
It was pretty close.
Okay, so neither one of us have.
I have.
You weren't part of the other neither one of us. So.
Oh yeah, I'm sitting down. You guys are standing. Daniel Craig plays an inspector trying to figure out who's the who done it out of a murder or
So
what
who
they thought
did
was a
do it?
murder. Well,
Okay.
I'm not telling you.
You know, I was reading.
It's an all-star
Wait,
cast.
are we already in movie reviews or not?
No, this is just part of the
this is
news.
just from the headlines. But
Oh,
I was
right.
I was reading this book, and it was a pretty thick book. It was an unabridged book, and it come to find out the zebra did it, and it was the dictionary.
Oh, God.
Can you play that?
You're an idiot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Reason why I talk about it a lot is because Knives Out franchise was bought by Netflix, and they gave Daniel Craig, Rain Johnson, the director.
What was his name again? Rain Johnson.
Rain Johnson.
Rain Johnson.
$200 million to come up with two more. $200 million.
Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. That's a
Yeah.
lot of money.
Yes, it is.
What could you do with $200 million?
Apparently, buy Kate Hudson to act in it. David Bautista, Edward Norton Jr.
really
The name I
buying
can't
them?
Well,
say.
Just renting
he didn't
them?
have to pay for that though.
It's coming out of that. It's coming out of that to produce it. I think.
Oh, really?
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I guess you did say that.
Philippines man collects 200.
I'm already not paying
Oh,
attention.
sitting.
Go ahead.
20,000 fast food toys to set a world record.
Good place to
I'm
be.
going to find a better podcast. See you.
Okay.
Shouldn't be hard. We say it every time. I'll go back to the headlines again because I don't think you guys heard me. Philippines man collects 20,000 fast food toys to set a world record.
Why would you want to do that? And how many? Okay, how much food did he buy to afford $20,000 worth of? Or, well, I'm sorry, 20,000
individual.
toys.
Yeah.
But how much was that altogether? He probably bought like, I don't know. Each toy is probably like 5 cents, 10 cents.
Do we know
I
the
bet-
do we know the backstory on this? Did he actually like buy the fat like the Happy Meal
On this
or-
podcast, we don't research. We just throw random bullshit against the wall.
And we
kinda
make
see what
everybody
sticks.
else do it.
But I want to know.
We distract people. We don't give them the fact.
I want to.
We don't give.
I know because they're gonna have to look at it. For
Yes,
themselves.
we plant
Okay,
the
so
seed.
what I'm
He
curious to know
really
is
bought
did he just like buy them from?
You can
one
buy the
collector?
toys directly. I think
Wait,
they're
Did he
can
buy
do
them
that
from
piece.
Like,
eBay?
on eBay,
or
right.
Did he?
I don't
did he-
know.
And
That's what I
Craigslist.
want to know.
I could
Or
look it
I
up
guess-
right now,
do
but
they have
do we
Craigslist?
care?
No,
in
we don't have
Philippines?
time for that.
But I feel like there's a.
We'll have to put we'll have to put the podcast on hold just to go research it. So you might hear like 25 minutes of complete silence.
I feel like
And starting.
Nah.
Just
I was like, we can't do
even
that
do
because
it. Can't
people.
even do it.
And at that moment, we lost half the listenership.
Yeah.
That is like, okay, I'm done
Hey,
with
you
these
know what?
guys.
Thanks to the strong ones who kept it through. This is for you.
I was like,
You're an idiot.
who's gonna break first? And it
It was
me.
you.
Yeah,
Barely, though.
I feel
Barely.
like there's a your mom joke in there somewhere about having toys in their bedroom or somewhere when it says 20,000. I keep on looking at it. I'm like, I feel like there's a your mama joke there, and I'm gonna leave it alone though. The former Tiger King Park has 69 animals taken away from for safety reasons. Jeff Lowell is the current owner of it. He actually got confrontational during the process when they were removing the animals. And he actually, I think him and his son got in a physical altercation with the animal control experts. This happened, I think, a month or so ago. He was written up late last year about it. It was mostly tigers and ligers that they took.
Was he brought into HR or something?
Yeah.
Who's Jeff Lowe?
What's that?
Who's Jeff Lowe?
He's the guy that was in business with the Tiger King and kind of,
I watched the first episode and then I couldn't go any further.
yeah.
I watched like 15 to 20
You
minutes.
did
of it. I
yourself a
couldn't
favor and
stand it.
uninstalled.
Could not fucking stand it.
No, it was awful.
And
Both
if
of
you
them
made
just
it that
pissed me
far,
off to no end.
that guy right there, Jeff Lowell's the shadiest of them all. He is.
Okay.
That's
he
what
just comes
you
off
wrote
of-
there. Dude is the
right.
shadiest of all the Shafty.
He just.
Oh,
he's-
shady. Sorry. It looks like Shafty.
Well,
I hate
they
you.
obviously didn't expect to go through what they did without having him put up a fight then. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's documented that he's not a friendly gent.
No, he just comes off as shady. He's like one of those guys that wear like monster hats. He's like 60 years, 70 years old, wearing like do rags and stuff like that, trying to like dress like he's 16 years old. It's creepy. He's
All right.
weird.
All right. Oh, you know what? You said that, and I remember.
It's almost like it kind of reminds me of what we were talking about last week about that gal that lady who went into like a high school or whatever and was like trying to promote her Instagram feed or whatever. Yeah, it's like that. It's like what's his face in the commercials? Hello, fellow students, and he's carrying the skateboard. You know what I'm talking about? Steve Buscemi.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hello, fellow students. How are you? You know, there's a whole fucking meme trove of that.
yeah. Steve Buscemi. I like
Steve Buscemi's.
That's not his name.
He's got Steve Buscemi eyes.
Oh God. So now we're gonna.
I can't take credit for that. Somebody else came up with that. Unfortunately,
I'm going to be honest with you. I just like Mike's follow up.
What?
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's what I say that a lot. It's been well
I
documented.
haven't noticed.
Yeah,
No.
it's ever
it's
so subtle.
usually in reference to something I've said.
Yes,
generally.
or somebody burps.
Two
and,
out of three. Oh, don't make me do that.
Way to go! Oh, there it is.
So we're gonna move on to what's trending on Twitter.
Tweets. Those are trending.
Yes. Sometimes what's
Is it
trending?
MILF again?
No, it's not MILF.
Oh.
Coco Chanel Ghosty number 4 was not here.
For the Mother's Day episode.
Mother's Day episode on Mother's Day. MILF
MILFs.
was treating on Mother's Day.
That does not surprise me. And that's
It surprised me.
awesome at the same time.
I thought it was mothers I'd like to flower, like give flowers to. That's the. No.
I feel like there's a joke in there too, but I'm gonna let that one go to as well. And I don't normally let these happen.
Well, if you have to take them away, then you would just be deflowering them.
Oh,
But they've already been deflowered. They're mothers.
oh God, the cringe is real.
How far down the rabbit hole would you let me go?
So Socrates was trending the other day.
I guess that's it.
Well, yes,
That's
yes.
it. It's done.
That Socrates was trending.
No!
I love Steve Carell. Hit it again.
No!
Random congressman, and I'm not going to even say his name because I didn't want to, said if he was alive, he being Socrates, he would be canceled due to cancel culture. And like as soon as I wrote that out, I was like, what a dumb fucking thing to say. First of all, Socrates is not alive and hasn't been alive forever. And like, who cares about your stupid ass analogy that you're trying to make between Socrates and cancel culture? Shut up.
Are we talking cancel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could talk about it. What are you talking about?
Well, here's a cancel culture. Okay, so like that's how you guys got me involved with this crap.
Yes.
So what's your take on it? Do you believe this is an actual phenomenon, a thing that's going on? Do you think that things are getting canceled? And that's the thing is I don't even really understand why people are referring it to as cancel culture.
I think people who don't believe something should be existing in the social realm want to get it out of there. Therefore, it is being canceled, and for whatever purposes, whatever reasons that they believe it should be non-existing, that's why they want to cancel it. I think there are, as I said before, I think there are a lot of things that you can talk about, but you have to understand that they exist only in a certain bubble, a certain frame of reference. Now, just because they exist in a frame of reference, does it always make it right? No. But having that frame of reference, at least you better understand where it's coming from. So then maybe you're not as angry about it or as off-put by it. Sure, you could still disagree with it. That's completely fine. But at least just to understand where it came from.
I think it was the Dr. Seuss thing where they took a couple of books out where I was just kind of like, I don't see where this is cancel culture.
But didn't Dr. Seuss didn't they do that on their own? That
But
was
they-
their
that-
own
that- they
That's
version?
weren't-
why I
it's
don't
not
see
a
it as
thing.
cancel culture. Plus,
Well, it's not cancer culture, thankfully.
Thank God.
sorry, the McKellen's getting to me.
Oh,
And saying cancel after a couple of glasses of scotch is
yeah,
kind of hard to
it's not
say.
it's not gonna fly easily.
But basically, my whole deal was, and they kept focusing in on how this is cancel culture, and it's not cancel culture because nobody freaking canceled it. They just decided this is no longer fitting for the time.
Right.
It was a conscious thought.
Yeah, some things
It
that
was
were
being
makes perfect
conscious of what
sense.
you're putting out there. That
Sometimes
makes sense.
you have to read the room.
Yeah.
And kudos to them for doing so.
Some
There are
things that
others
were
don't know
socially
how to read the
acceptable
room, like myself.
20, 30, 50 years ago may not be acceptable any longer.
Right.
And if you truly wanted to believe in cancel culture, you didn't want to support something, stop buying it. Stop paying attention to it. Stop giving it a platform. If you really wanted to cancel
Right.
something that
Wait,
was
whoa.
horrific, just don't do it. You don't have to make a scene
You know how many
from it.
listeners we're going to lose from that?
What are we going to go in the hole at this point? If you stayed with us, you're going to stay with us as long as you can. I'm
That's
not
true. You've already
I'm not
made it
referring
this
to
far.
our. They're
You
not
made it to
paying to
number
listen
11.
to us.
I think the title still says it all. So.
Yeah,
that's
it
true.
comes back to it. Like we're self-deprecating to a fault. We know what we're doing. Kinda. As I said that, like, whoa, what the heck am I talking
I think
about?
I just went cross-eyed.
There
for a
was an
moment there.
awkward pause there for a moment from all of us.
There was a better awkward pause. Hey, so the Game Boy was trending the other day too. So one week we talk about Radio Shack coming about back.
That was last week.
Back.
You
And
got some of this McAllen?
yes. And now we're talking about the Game Boy. What is the world coming to? Like, did you have a Game Boy?
I didn't. My sister did.
Oh.
But what's interesting though is that you're talking about kind of like it's going back to all the classic stuff. So my nephews were over. Like I had a big old family birthday party last weekend, and so my nephews they were downstairs because I have like a really cool video game set up here, and then a stereo system and a projector. And they were playing the old school video games. They were playing Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and I think they ventured out to the 64. But like they were just loving the Super Nintendo, Mortal Kombat 2 specifically because it had all the blood in it. But I thought that was really cool that like my nephews, they're not yet old enough to drive. They're young enough to not have experienced any of the 8-bit or 16-bit systems when they came out like we did. It was really cool to see them enjoying it as it was, like we enjoyed it initially. Just having that whole like experiencing it again through their eyes kind of thing.
Makes
I think
sense.
Is that why Game Boy is trending again? Is like it's being rediscovered?
I think people just randomly found like one Game Boy in a bag, and then like he posted it, then Johnny Boy Billy posted theirs, like, oh, mine still runs, it's over here, and it just one thing happens and leads to another,
I like my reasoning better, actually. Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna
Again, awkward pause.
No, I was just, as he was talking about all that, I was thinking about Radio Shack that we talked about last week, and we said we're going to buy something from the Radio Shack website.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm thinking like I should just order a hat, right? Because you can always get the wrong size on a shirt if you order it and send it to somebody, right?
This has like the
Why don't
little
we just get the
adjustable
hat?
thing. Yeah, let's do the hat.
And we're just going to throw it out right now. Once we get to
Caller number 5. Oh,
no,
You shove a Radio Shack.
once we get to
Trucker hat.
throw out a number between 1 and 10.
16.
Oh God.
Higher?
Once we get to
3.5.
No. Oh, fine. Screw both of you. We'll go down the middle. Once we get to 5 written reviews on Apple Podcast, I will
throwing
select
out
one of the names out there,
propositions.
and we will send them a Radio Shack trucker hat.
5 written reviews.
5 written reviews.
Can I put one in?
No, you're disqualified,
Because I'm an employee of There Is a Better Podcast.
dude. It's gonna be HR is gonna call you, and they're trying to get swag from our own show. Again, we just
damn
talked about
it.
this. Jesus,
Well, I haven't been to HR lately, so I kind of miss him.
I know I missed it. That HR guy sounded amazing.
The one who got killed by the minnows?
He never got killed by no minnows. That's good. Didn't go live because that was an off week.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Tony, come over the show. Trending. Another thing that was trending on Twitter was
And that
awkward
one's done.
pause.
I was randomly scrolling through, and all of a sudden it came down to food. I'm like, ooh, I like food. And pasta was trending on Twitter. So I was like, well, what the hell is pasta trending for? I clicked on it, and it turns out there's a hockey player with the last name Pasta, and he scores this amazing goal, and that's why it was trending on Twitter. It had nothing to do with food.
What's his first name? I want to know his first name.
Al dente?
Chef Boyardee?
All right. No, you keep going. I'm going to look it up while you're doing that.
But what if I don't have anything else to talk about?
I'm looking. Hockey pasta.
Hockey pasta.
It'll give me some sort of like pasta recipe for hockey pie.
Hey, as we do talk, as you guys are looking that up,
Oh my God! Seriously, it took me to the pasta shop.
Well, I'm gonna.
take you to the pasta shop and show you. Oh God! Did I go 50 Cent there? Candy shop.
I'm gonna make it
Hang it
insulin
out at
drop.
at the pasta shop. Yeah, I like it.
Well, to piggyback on that too, there was a guy who scored 4 goals in 34 minutes. He was a soccer player, and his name
Was Ravioli?
Jizz Hornkamp. Jizz was trending on Twitter just because of that as well, and it's spelled Jizz. He is a fucking soccer player.
What is wrong with
right.
his parents?
All right, you want to know the story on this or what?
Yeah, what's his name?
Yeah, please.
Hit me.
His name is actually David
Okay, well, I'm out of this story then. Bye.
Pastrnak.
What?
But they call him
Pastrnak.
pasta for sure, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, which I actually would say, dude, yeah, you're no longer Pastrnak, you're pasta.
Your pasta. It was funny that it was just like, I'm like, why is
Pasta,
food
man.
trending?
And
why is it
I'm probably
pasta?
saying that wrong, I'm sure.
We don't.
Pastrnak.
man.
This is supposed to be the
Pastrnak.
accurate podcast. That's not.
And
us.
I'm going to be honest with you, I don't watch hockey, so I don't.
I do every
I
now and
really
then.
don't care.
Once in a while. I'm a Wings fan.
Hey, you know,
But I was curious just because I was like, what's your first name going to be if your last name's Pasta?
Chef Boyardee.
Which
pasta.
David Pasta is pretty kind of awesome.
David Pasta.
I always wish I had a cool. I was in the Marines with a guy named Thrasher. His last name was Thrasher. I'm
That's
like, God,
awesome.
You sound like the drill instructors just they
Thrashed
thrashed
him?
him. Yeah,
Yeah.
They absolutely like. Oh, I wish I had. It was. Drill instructor Sergeant Parrott was his name. It was Parrott, and we thought this guy was like a world class badass. We found out he was in the band. Like we thought he was like an infantry guy. And this guy's probably gonna find me and kill me. Like, oh, look at me! How audacious of me to think that somebody's gonna listen to our podcast, much less get back to this guy.
There is a better host, so
I'm gonna get fired from a free podcast. There we go. Hey, a couple of weeks ago, we talked about. Remember the big gas shortage that was happening in? I'm not sure if you were here.
South-
I was
East
not.
of
I was
the
not
US,
present
but
and
yeah.
accounted
Well,
for.
people were filling up plastic bags. They were filling up
with
cardboard
with fuel.
Yes. Cardboard boxes.
I still don't
fuel.
understand how cardboard
How is
boxes
that
would
even
work.
possible?
Yeah, exactly. We just
But
soak
they
right
did it.
into it and then fall
But
right through.
that's no. I forgot this last week. I meant to talk about it.
Yes.
But I found a lady on Twitter filling up a laundry basket with holes on the side with fuel.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
What the fuck?
This is how people
Play
get.
it again for
You're
her.
an idiot.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Yeah.
I said this a couple weeks ago, and I
You
say
know,
it
I'm
again.
going to give her this one because we hate it and we hate her. Oh shit! I hit the wrong button.
I don't hate anything.
She deserves this one.
Great.
30 minutes
But
later.
that's still deserving.
But
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I
We all
hope
hate that
whoever
one.
took the picture of this, I get what you're doing, but I hope you like talk some sense into this and tell them what's a terrible idea this is. And like, cause I don't want somebody to get blown up in the like. You say you put it in the back seat and you light a cigarette in the front. What the hell?
Bummer.
Yeah, it would be more than a bummer. Hey, speaking. Well, I guess I was about to say speaking of
Would it be
silly
that?
things. I was talking to. Nothing's better as being a dad when you can start playing dad jokes. So my youngest son was going, for whatever reason, he has to announce that he was going to the bathroom. So he goes in there, he's shutting the door, and I say, I hope everything comes out all right, which is normally you just leave it at that. It's the stupidest dad joke ever, right? He gets it. He starts giggling. He opens the door, Dad! and like ear to ear, like smiling. I'm like, I have arrived. Like there comes to a point where you don't care about dad jokes, how stupid they are, how dumb they are. You just let it go, and it was awesome. It was a cool moment. So now he's looking for like underlying meaning between anything. Because I probably said that to him a half a dozen times, and he's never got it. And that time he's like,
They figured
oh,
it out.
I'm part of the secret club now. I'm in with the cool kids.
That's what she said.
There you go. Wait, I'm not
Did you
ashamed.
let him know that he's really not part of the cool kids now? And it's
No,
going
you
the
let
opposite
that
Did you let
ride.
him know that? Did you
I'm
let
not
him know that
stealing
he's
his
really
thunder.
not your kid? Let's go ahead.
Oh no!
Because in another 5 years, he's going to go, oh, man, I was thinking that was funny.
Yeah, he's gonna hate me for it. But like I got 5 good years with that now. I'm good. I'll take the 5 good years. You don't hate me for 30, but whatever.
Winning.
You just take it when you can get it.
Giggity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, we're pretty close with the Metro already.
Are you serious?
Yes.
God, I
Yeah,
don't
it's
even
getting
have that ready yet.
I'm ready.
Thank you for letting me know, because I'm
I winked
only
at you
kind of
3
part of the
times,
show.
and I said, if we say pasta, it's like Beetlejuice.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
He
God.
probably thought you were flirting the whole time.
Well, you did say Beetlejuice, so that doesn't count.
I did not. Oh my God. Grammarly.
Grammarly, take me away.
Hit him with the Metro.
I don't have it ready yet.
What the hell are you doing this whole time?
It's loading, fucking numbnuts.
Play us off to the middle thing.
Fucking do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Oh, it's pretty good. There. Oh, what a segue. That was nice.
Hit it. Oh, you want me
gonna play along with
I'll play along with it. Hold on.
I don't know what key
I got
it's in.
no rhythm.
It's like a little tugboat that could here.
Welcome back to part 2 of 3,000. I don't know. How many podcasts are we going to do? Do we have a set limit on this?
We go as long as we go.
All right. So what? We're going past an hour today?
No.
Oh. My name's Tony. If you haven't figured that out, well, then there you go. I'm sorry. Spoiler alert. And over here we got...
Me.
And
Mike.
right next to him, we got Coco Chanel, party number 5, Junior Amadeus, Wolfgang Ozart.
He's going to be a lawyer now. Esquire.
I still want Breaker of Chains in there.
Well, how about Binder of...
Binder of
cheese?
Yeah.
Binder of cheese.
Binder of cheese. I think
I think
Breaker
that's a
of Chains.
position at Walmart.
Cheeser of binds.
I had like an eHarmony moment there.
Oh. eHarmony.
That sounds fun.
I
wonder
think-
what that is.
I don't know. I'd have to check into that maybe next week.
Maybe it's a new... Yeah.
I think so.
I think we should run that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You know what time it is, right? Everybody's favorite time.
Yep.
Get... Oh
That
my
time
God.
again.
I did it again.
It's Mike's Movie Reviews with Mike and your cheese whiz.
Sponsored by eHarmony. Not really sponsored by. All right, first one on deck today is Netflix. The name of it is Yes Day. And the premise,
Yeah.
it's got Jennifer Gardner stars in it.
Oh, I got her in my wallet. Not because of the credit card, but I just took a picture of her from the internet and printed it out and put it in my wallet.
That's unfortunate for Jennifer.
Shit, am I going back to HR again?
Yep.
That was fun while it lasted, guys.
Jennifer stars as an overbearing mom that says basically no to everything in their kid's life. Then, as you guessed it from the title of the movie, they get a whole day where mom and dad have to say yes to everything.
Wasn't that also Yes Man with Jim Carrey?
I didn't see that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that was a fun movie, actually.
It was.
Yeah.
I get the premise of it. This is kind of the
Okay,
classic.
well, I guess we're done with that movie review.
Moving on.
Moving on with
No.
that.
Fuck it, Mike didn't see it.
It must not exist.
Must not.
Actually, there's one movie that I am embarrassed to say that I've never seen. Actually, there's quite a few of them, but
The one that ends at Rosebud?
No.
Oh, shit. Spoiler alert. Fuck.
no. John Wick. I haven't seen any of them. Everybody says that
those
they're
are
awesome.
fun. Good,
Those are
yeah.
good movies, too.
I
Yeah.
want to see them. I just never had a chance.
Well,
to.
it doesn't exist because you didn't fucking see it. So
It doesn't exist.
John Wick, what are you talking about?
Keanu who?
You talking about, okay, Circumcised Dick. Yes, that was the movie that we were talking
Which
about.
I will say that Keanu Reeves is one of those actors.
Yes, he is one of those actors.
As far as his acting ability goes, I'm not a huge fan. But I like every movie he's freaking in. What the hell?
It's because if
Bill
you think
and
about
Ted,
it,
man.
And it's the same thing with.
Did you see Bill and Ted's most recent one, though? Bill and Ted Needs a New Job?
I did not see it, but I saw clips, and it
Not
did
really
not look
missing
that good
much.
at
You're
all.
not missing
Yeah,
much.
it didn't look that good.
you realize in every movie that Keanu's in, which is blasphemy to say you don't like him, anyways.
No, I don't say I don't like him. Him as a person, I think is all right.
They don't give him a lot of dialogue. Just think about it in like Matrix.
Maybe
It's
there's-
like,
maybe
I,
there's-
I
whoa.
think that's intentional.
Yeah, they don't.
Didn't
give
he
a lot
drop
of that.
out of high school and okay, I'm just making fun now. He dropped out of high school and he probably can't read past like, whoa.
That's Floyd Money Mayweather. I don't think he can.
What?
Well, who cares? He's sitting
like-
on like
like I
100
said,
Well,
guys.
as Mike Tyson says, everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face. So
And it's not that I think he's a terrible actor. I'm just not a fan of his acting.
He wants to
That's
play
all.
the new Wolverine in the
but you're talking to a guy who hasn't been in one of his movies, so whatever.
I'm sure he's a nice
Now,
guy.
if he invites me into one of his movies,
I hear he's actually hell of a guy though, like just
Yeah.
like humble
yes,
and like
he is.
down to earth.
That's what
like,
I've heard too.
we
And
need
very
more people like
personable.
that.
as
in the
far
world.
as who he is,
Right.
I've come to appreciate.
We need more people like that in the world.
we do,
anyways.
Definitely.
and you're not listening to any of those people who would be like that.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Wait, I'm pretty damn humble.
I'm not even gonna touch that.
I wasn't going with a humble route, but all right.
Now that
I'm so fucking humble. My
Yes.
belly is so full from all the
You
humble
should
pie I
frickin'
swallow.
love me for all the humbiality.
this is what happens every time I start one review. We just go on
Bestiality,
this,
humbiality.
what the hell is going on?
That's right. You just lost control, my friend.
All right. So Yes Day with Jennifer Gardner again.
Is this the second half of the show?
Oh my God. This is a classic throwback throwback to family comedies of the late
Family
90s and
economy?
early 2000s,
Okay.
where the family gets into some wild fun, then it goes wrong, then they play
Like the movie Are We There
They
Yet?
learn, yes, we learn some lessons.
Dude, Where's My Car?
That's not the same thing. That's
Classic
not a family.
entertainment.
Yes, Super Troopers is a classic family comedy. Yes, okay, get out of here.
Actually, yeah, it depends on who your
I
family
love
is.
Super Troopers.
Oh, me too.
Don't insult it.
I didn't.
It was promising start.
Okay,
then
I
it
did a
gets
little
cheesy and dull. I like the idea. Like I think I'm a no dad where I tell my kids no because I don't want them to get hurt, and I would wrap them in bubble wrap if I got a chance to. But of course, you tell them yes on anything, something's going to go wrong. That's a stupid idea. Hey, why to watch this movie? Don't. It's a hard pass. It's shit. Sorry, we love Jennifer Garner, but that movie just didn't do it for me.
Sorry, Jennifer, you're coming out of my wall.
Next
now.
on deck, we have actually from a different platform.
On dick or deck?
Both.
Deck or dick?
Maybe.
Dick.
Put it on the decker.
Double decker.
Double dicker.
Second dick?
The whiskey and everything else is taking over. Scotch. Scotch is taking over. We're not going to get through this segment. Here we go.
Second dick? Second dick.
HBO. Hashtag.
Can we find that somewhere?
Oh my god. Okay,
We
yes.
do need
I'm
to
gonna
bring
have
that up at some point.
Some point.
All right.
Well, yeah.
Can we get back to the?
Yes, please. Please do before we go down a path that we do not want to go.
All right. HBO Max is the platform that I watched Those Who Wish Me Dead. This came out last week and screened this with Dark.
Is that also
It stars Angelina
a
Jolie
biopic of Coco and me?
and John Berthal.
John Mellencamp?
Again, this is a throwback into the 90s and 20s the 90s and 2000s of somebody that sees something that they shouldn't, and some bad guys chase them down the whole time, and it spends the rest of the movie trying to avoid the bad guys. And
Action movie then?
yes, and of course they come out on top at the end.
Of course.
Of course. You know what? It's funny. I went into this weeks ago. I talked about this in the little mini weeks reviews that I did, and I saw the preview of this. I'm like, oh, this is going to suck. However, it didn't suck as much as I thought it did.
No.
I actually thought Angelina Jolie was pretty good in it. She got a potty mouth in it. For some reason, I like that.
That's okay.
Okay, we know I'm not very good with names, so who's John?
Berthal. Rick's best friend in The Walking Dead.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He was a cop with him before.
Yeah.
That's John Berthal.
Shane. Yeah.
Yeah, Shane. Yes.
The Punisher too.
Yes, very well.
Yeah.
That's what they called me back when I was in my earlier 20s.
He seems like somebody that would get typecast a lot. So did he play that kind of character in this?
Yes, he plays a sheriff.
Yep.
Yeah. So he's got that. He has that.
He's just
gruff
got that
look.
Yeah, he's got that look.
He has a little bit of a softer side in this movie, and it was enjoyable. You find yourself
the Punisher. He's got some like areas that he shows like a softer side from time to time. I kind of dig that.
Aww.
I like the soft side of the tough guy.
the soft side.
Every time I hear somebody say soft
Tough
side, it
guy.
reminds me of the
Soft
old
side.
Sears commercials.
Yes. Come
see the softer side of Sears.
It's not just tools. We just have those working behind the counter.
No, we have.
Sorry, that was unnecessary. Sorry, Sears. So,
Sears is out of business. Who
This is
cares?
why we don't have
Guess who's
sponsorship.
back,
What did
though?
Sears do to you?
It doesn't matter.
I
Sears
make-
out of business. Radio Shack. That's back, baby.
Sears is coming
The
back.
Shack is
Somehow
back.
Sears is coming back. Nothing's really gone.
Kmart, Sears, they're all in bed. They're
I
all
don't bet on
shitting it.
Kmart making it. Reason why I had to watch this film or not? I would say yes. I would watch this movie, or actually, I would say it's mediocre. But it's mediocre. Yes, I would. I'd take a shot at it. It's not bad.
You almost sound like you're. I'd take a shit
Shit
at it.
on it.
I'd take a shit on it. Netflix hosts the next one. It's called. I'm going to screw this name up.
Coco Chanel. We've already been there.
It's called Seaspiracy.
Spot run, C spot jump.
Conspiracy.
All right. So I'm going to put a disclaimer on this one.
Okay.
And I'm not happy about it.
Okay.
They talk about this guy basically wants to go into saving the oceans, right? That's the overarching thing of this film, this documentary that this guy does, right? And that idea, I'm not shitting on that idea. I'm shitting on his way of doing the production. He basically starts by saying, oh, we got to save the plastic out of the ocean. Okay, that's a good idea. Then he says, and he's super passionate about it. From that second on, he jumps within 2 minutes, he jumps out to, we need to save the whales. Okay, what's happening to these dolphins over here? Okay, it's overfishing. Okay, it's corrupt activists that are posing as save the dolphins and stuff like that. It's literally changing like ADD every couple seconds.
Attention deficit disorder environmentalist.
I think what he's trying to do is trying to say in this big circle that all this is connected. But you basically promote a film saying you're trying to get plastics out of the oceans, and you just immediately divot from that. It was a fucking mess of a film.
There's no focus.
It's not. And I'm a guy that jumps around a lot, and I try to stay on focus, especially with YouTube. Yeah, nope, I'm not falling for that one.
Hey, Mike, look at this.
Some of the parts of this film is hard to watch because they.
Oh, check this out.
Don't you dare. Where you're looking for, like, they show like everything. They show people whaling. They show these dolphins being killed for God knows what reason in Japan. And there are some conspiracies. Like, he really does uncover that from these fisheries, they're actually backdoored payment into the, that dolphin safe tuna logo on tuna fish.
Yeah,
it's complete bullshit. It's coming from the same fishing companies. He draws that connection.
You think it would have been better as a series, a docu-series?
Yeah, it felt rushed. I feel bad for the guy. Ali is his name. He tries to do something, and it was buzzing there for a while, but that documentary, I'm not really harsh on things. That one was a mess. It was an absolute mess, and I would not even watch it because of it. It is shit.
It's shit.
The idea is great. The production value was terrible. It sucked. What about you, Tony? I hear grumblings that you have your first movie review that you want to do.
I do. So for a while, I was really contemplating on watching this or going out to the movie theater to go see it. I was hoping it was going to pop up on a streaming service, Amazon, Hulu, whatever, as part of my package. But nope, of course not. The movie industry is like, we're just going to go ahead and milk this for every dollar that we think it's worth. But I'm a big fan of Bob Odenkirk, and of course he came out with a new movie. If you don't know who Bob Odenkirk is, where you been? He is in Mr. Show, a part of Mr. Show with David Cross. Also, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have Matt Foley from Saturday Night Live. He wrote that skit. He was even in Larry Sanders Show. I love the Larry Sanders Show. It was on HBO. Anyway, I digress. He came out with an action movie. You would think a guy going into comedy, cutting his teeth in Saturday Night Live, all these other things with Conan O'Brien, and he does his entire catalog is comedy, and then he moves into a little bit of drama with Better Call Saul. Still got some comedy, but drama. Now he's acting, and now all of a sudden, boom, comes out with a movie, an action movie called Nobody. And if you get the chance to see it, I actually thought it was worth the $20 that I paid to see it. Streaming. That's a lot of money. I seriously debated on that.
In today's age, yeah, that is.
I hate streaming stuff at $20 a pop.
I didn't want to.
That much of a cheap ass?
Well, I figured if it's got to show up somewhere.
How long
it's got to show up somewhere.
What the hell?
I wasn't calling him a cheap ass. I was calling me a cheap ass for not doing it.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't think so, because you gave that
was pretty direct.
That death stare
that's
right into my face. Totally was you talking about you.
I'm not going to let you skip over this. You did forget one thing that he was in, and it pretty much launched him. It was in Breaking Bad. That was his first real drama.
Right, but that was his character, Saul Goodman.
Yeah, it carried it over into Better Call Saul.
If it wasn't for Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul wouldn't have been there. But I figured I would just go to Better Call Saul because that was the entire series. Fuck you and thank you, and fuck you again. So anyway, it's about a guy he's kind of he's in his 40s, 50s, whatever, and he's getting tired of the humdrum everyday lifestyle. And then his wife, his family is kind of not happy with him just because of how much a loser that he is. That's really how he's depicted early on. And his house gets broken into, and they let him go. And his wife hates him for that. His kids hate him for that. And it awakens something in him to go after them. And come to find out, no spoilers here, but in a previous life, so to speak, he was the kind of person who would kill you for $1 and then he'd make change and give you $1 back. He was kind of the cleanup man, if you will, and he was the last person that you'd want to see, called the Auditor. I'll give you that much. But yeah, it awakens this fire in him, and then all of a sudden he starts like going on this killing rampage for people who deserve it, of course. Then he gets involved with this whole like mob/mafia type of gang. It's very fun. It's super action packed. I love Bob Odenkirk. I think everything that he's done is wonderful. So a little bit biased here, but I love the movie. I would say
It's good.
and that's in my voice. Thank you very much.
Hey, you brought up Breaking Bad. Is that up in
I didn't break it up. I didn't bring it up. You brought it up.
Okay, I brought up Breaking Bad, and
Yes.
is it in your top 10 of all-time favorite TV shows?
No.
Let's see. You didn't really care for it, did you?
I didn't care for it at first. I started to like it. What?
What is with this fucking guy?
It's just the way he rolls.
You are so unique, and that's what I probably love about you. Because if we liked all the same things, then it would be boring and bland. But is it in yours,
Yes,
Ghosty?
you are correct.
Top-
It
what'd
would be
you
very
ask?
boring
Top
and bland
10
if we
of
liked the
TV
same
shows
things.
of all time.
I wouldn't say of all time. I would say it's in my 100.
I mean, are we including
Sponsored by Rolling
Dallas?
Stone.
Of all time. I'm not asking for your top three. I'm only asking for your top 10.
I don't know that I could call it. I don't know that I could call it. I mean, it definitely was an awesome series. There's no way out of it. But I mean, I like Walking Dead better than I do that.
I just top 10. Is there 10? 9 shows better
definitely
than-
top 20, no matter what.
Oh God, it's hard when you have to try to put something together.
Well, that's the point, though. Yeah,
It's something
trying
called.
to put it together.
I've been using something called Letterboxd, where you can like rate movies and like write reviews on them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new app on it. It's
That's a good
really
song
hard.
by They Might Be Giants.
It's really hard to like when you
Letterboxd.
come out there because you're always leaving somebody off. You always have that honorable mentions of things that you want to put in there, but it just doesn't make it.
Well, and again, I mean, if you're talking about this, like, when did it come out?
Breaking Bad.
2005?
Is it that
maybe?
long ago?
So, if you're talking
2008.
eras, if you're
Oh,
talking
2008,
eras, definitely that year for sure. It was probably one. It was probably top.
Man.
I think we finally got to a.
I think it lasted like eight seasons. I think.
I
didn't
think
it?
so. Oh no, 5.
5.
It felt like a lot longer than that.
It did.
But like
5, wow.
Bryan Cranston, like
No.
I'm not gonna hate on Bryan Cranston. Hell no. Like I feel like everybody
Good.
really appreciated him as an actor, which he was doing that far longer than that. Was he in Malcolm
Yeah.
in the Middle too?
He was he was the dad, and his role was like completely minimized until they realized we could do more with the dad. Let's just do that and kind of
He's
turn
a
him
hell of
in-
an actor. Just
They turned him into a Homer Simpson-esque character, but
Oh,
that's
God.
okay.
Every episode.
So you're
was,
saying this is going to be in your top?
Breaking Bad, I would put
Top
in
5?
top 10.
Top 10?
Top 10?
Top 10. Yeah. Actually,
Are you doing a top 10 list for us this week?
I will eventually because I've been thinking about this one for a while, but I've been dreading it because I always gonna feel like I'm gonna leave something off. I'm gonna put a show on there that nobody probably would like called Justified, and I thought it was phenomenal.
Well, you know what show I'm going to put on my top 10 then just for you?
Simpsons.
Get a Life. With Chris Elliott.
Oh my God.
I have never seen
There's
it.
3 weeks.
Every time with this guy, it either comes back to Letterman, Chris Elliott. This is 3 episodes in a row that Chris Elliott's came up to, and I am angry about this.
Well, you know what you can always do? You can always find
Do
a
it on a
better
better
podcast.
podcast.
Yeah.
It would not, they might not be free like this one. Hey, I want to give a shout out. Last
It's going
week,
to be my addition to every one of those.
Modoc. It's a cartoon that came out on Hulu. I have not been giving Hulu a lot of love with all the reviews that I've been doing, so I'm gonna have to switch gears a little bit. But Modoc on Hulu, I've only watched a
It's a
couple
good thing
episodes.
because they're sponsoring this.
It's sponsored by Hulu, not actually sponsored by. It gives me some strong like Robot Chicken vibes from that show. It's got
I
Patton
love
Oswalt
Robot Chicken.
is the voice of Modoc, and it has a little bit of superheroes in it because Modoc's a super villain. There's a little bit of tag team to that, but it's so over the top, and like they use one of the guy's arms as a weapon that it gets Modoc accidentally slices it off, and he's like, "Oh, okay, give me a hand," and he like chucks it and hits this dude in the
Is
head.
it a claymation type thing then?
No, it's more
animation?
It's more like regular
Oh, okay,
animation,
all right,
but
okay.
like I don't know why I said Robot Chicken, but as I was watching watching Modoc, I was thinking Robot Chicken. I'm like, some of the humor is very
Modoc
that
Similar.
esque.
Yeah.
it just kind of pushes it out there a little bit.
It insists upon itself.
Don't you? That comes up too.
Hey, we didn't. It didn't happen last week, and I don't think it happened the week before. So we're due. We were due.
Tony, I'm going to give you the warning now to get the exit music
I'm
potentially ready.
Yeah, we have like what, 15 minutes?
Did you ever find second deck?
We can close early. I sound like a surgeon. We can close early.
We can close it. Well, it sounds more like a bar.
Speaking of which, how's Grey's Anatomy still on?
Are you serious? That show's still on?
It's still on. They're
Oh
making
my
live.
God. McDreamy is now going to be like
he's dead. Oops.
Dead. Yeah, exactly.
McDead.
I don't know if I'm well off or not, but it's like I've never seen that either. I mean,
You're not missing anything.
and that's the thing is I'm trying to figure out. It's like I don't know this stuff,
It's got to been on. This has got to be on season like 18.
and it's not like I don't watch
24,
TV or
whatever,
movies.
I
I
don't
do, but
I don't know.
but I have never seen an episode of it.
But let's.
I've never seen Malcolm in the Middle. I've never seen
all the way through. I'm right now.
I've never seen Dawson's Creek. I've never seen.
I wish I haven't, but my wife watches it, so I have to watch it.
You watch
Is that still a
Dawson's
thing?
Crack?
Is that on?
No, God, no.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, good is right.
I don't want to wait for the show
Was
to
that
be rebooted.
Was that like
Why,
the theme?
where did that come from? Because
You
that
were saying
wasn't on
Dawson's Creek, didn't you? Somebody
Was
said
that the
Dawson's
theme?
Creek, I
it.
thought.
No, it wasn't. I don't know where that came from. Like,
I
It
thought
was
somebody
part of
said
Dawson's
Dawson's
Creek.
Creek.
Was
Yeah,
it?
that was
Yeah.
the theme song. I don't want to wait.
I never heard that
for
part of
our
it.
lives to be over.
Well, you probably blocked it out. It was like a bad memory.
Well, you did say that you had
I
to
shut
watch
down
it with your
from
wife.
this from 9 to 10 p.m. and I'm like, I need my life back. I'm just going to block all this out. But this week's There Is a Better Podcast recommendation is actually Pod 27.
Ooh.
Pod 27.
You mean
I believe she started.
Podcast 27?
What did I say?
You said Pod 27.
Oh my God.
Make sure we get that
Haley,
right.
I'm sorry. Haley started, I think, at the end of last
Haley's
year.
in our soundboard already?
Let me tell you about this. She has a great, the sound quality,
Yeah.
phenomenal.
I know that's a big thing for you.
It is.
Which
Like,
I
if you don't have good
understand
sound-
why you jumped on this podcast.
Well, because our sound
Don't
quality is
understand
good. Content sucks, but the sound quality is good.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I do the content, so that's pretty shitty on me.
Yep, sorry about that.
I'll get better.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about it.
Yep.
Yep, hit
Fine.
it. She has this great soft voice. It's completely relatable. She does an amazing job at talking about her experiences through her podcast.
Say she Java talking. She talks about coffee.
I don't think she has.
We should do a coffee segment.
Ooh, we should.
All right.
It sounds good.
I will take care of that.
Wasn't there a because you were going to do some drinking?
Yeah,
with,
we'll do some
drinking with
coffee
Ghosty.
drinks.
Okay.
Coffee drinks.
My favorite
I'm down with
episode
that.
of Podcast 27 is from.
You got it right. Good job.
She does one with her and her husband, and they talk about his COVID experience. He's a young guy.
Oh shit.
And he had a hell of a time with it. You know how the COVID supposedly doesn't affect the younger ones? It's not the case. Whenever you say universal statements like that, it's never true.
Right.
It mainly doesn't. But
Wait, is that a universal statement?
Shut up. He had a hell of a time with it, and it just had a crescendo effect of messing up everything. It's what I'm excited to is listen to her podcast, is see how it evolves over the next coming months and years. She is really open about mental health and what that means for her and the issues that she's had over the time, and she talks about everything. And I'm going to say one little thing: don't come after her on Twitter. She will clown you.
She'll lay you out.
She will clown you as rightfully as she should.
So how did you find that out?
No, I just see other people do it.
Oh,
Or she'll call people out on their shit.
Other people put those in big.
No,
air
I wouldn't do
quotes.
that. I think she's great. I don't talk down fellow podcasters.
I'm just fucking with you.
I build them up. I don't tear them down. So give her.
Wait, you did it for other people?
Everybody but you.
Son of a bitch.
So it's Podcast 27. You can find it on Spotify, anywhere you can find podcast. We'll put the link in the description
Yes.
and we'll send it out on Twitter as
Also,
well.
yes.
What else you got? I'm ready to close it.
I have nothing.
Did you find second deck?
No, I couldn't.
Seriously?
It was removed from YouTube because the MLB doesn't want it out there anymore. I know. Okay, so the story is, if you're a Tigers fan, you know who Rod and Mario are. If you're not a Tigers fan, or if you don't care, Rod and Pemba and Mario, or Rod Allen and Mario and Pemba.
Yeah,
Sorry, I got this.
reverse.
I don't want to have them fight again in here. But anyway,
To fight over the sandwich.
so there was a home run that was hit, and Rod Allen just shouts out, second deck, and it sounds like he said suck a dick. And then you hear this pause, this eerie pause, and then Mario just goes just starts wheezing laughing off the mic. I'm
not sure if I got it or not.
If you found
I'm looking.
If you find it,
somebody else doing a podcast.
somebody else is doing it. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them that like people are talking about it, just like we're doing right now. And I hate that shit when they do that. Oh shit!
Into microphones for the better.
So
If
anyway,
I'd known you hadn't found it, I would have looked.
well, I think you would have found the same thing as I did, isn't it? It's
maybe.
not there because I think we're on the same internet.
Webernet.
You're using 3G, right?
No.
Okay. No, second deck, not double deck.
I don't want to wait.
For a second deck moment.
Yeah, the worst of it is trying to sit through and you're sitting through the ad.
Which we're not going to find.
Is this it? Is this it? Yeah, we're not.
Yeah, we're not going to find that.
We're
Well,
not gonna
again,
find
again, the MLB took it out of there. I couldn't find it on Twitter. That's why I originally found it.
It must have sounded eerily close to it.
Oh yeah, it sounded. I just almost sounded like he said "suck a dick," just the way he said "suck a dick."
Oh man, you sent that to me and I was just dying
Beautiful.
laughing.
That's probably the best moment in baseball.
Oh wait,
Did you find it?
maybe.
Oh, Billy.
I got to figure out how to get some audio going here.
Teach me
You know,
how
there's
to
a-
computer.
Pretty much. Oh, what? There it is.
That's not it. That's not it.
No, that's not it.
That's not it.
That's basketball.
No, somebody else was doing that call. Somebody else was doing that
screw
call.
you.
They were trying to redo what Rod Allen did.
Oh, I know who.
It was a classic moment,
Oh,
man.
God.
I can't believe they took it down. That's like such
Because
good
the MLB doesn't want it.
It's good publicity,
well,
though.
not too long after that, both Rod and Mario had they were duking it out.
They got a fist fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
They got fired.
They got
yeah,
fired.
I remember hearing
And
about
then
that.
immediately thereafter, like that was like hours before they were going live, so they had to like scurry and replace it with two people who didn't know dick about baseball. None of
Allen
them was me.
Iverson. Sorry.
Well, you did call it that was going to happen.
And second deck.
Second deck.
Well,
Yes,
everybody.
that's it. Did you just say suck a dick?
Oh God.
Oh, that's pretty.
Suck a-
I heard it the other way.
Nice.
Suck a dick.
Well, thanks everybody for who decided to stay this
Sucking
long
dick. Yeah, okay.
to the second deck of this podcast.
second deck.
As always, you can follow us on Twitter.
There's a
at
better second deck.
at There's a Better One, on Instagram at There's a Better Podcast, and email us at thereisabetterpodcast@gmail.com. Tony, hit him with the outro. Whoa, we
We'll
got it ready.
see you next time.
He's apparently ready to get the fuck out of here.
Stay safe. I had to break it down by syllables that
There
time
you
instead
go.
of
The
just
second deck.
Second deck.
stay safe in the second deck. You don't want to fall. I have a phobia of falling off the second deck of a.
Do we want to carry on that conversation next week?
No.
Okay. Let's talk about that. Let's do phobias next week.
Irrational phobias?
Sure, why not?
I have
And rational.
Megalophobia. Google it.
scare of megaphones.
Yes. That's why I use microphones.
I mean,